What is up? First pitch live on site. Greenville, North Carolina. Yesterday, if you were following all the action, we were in Greenville for the North Carolina, East Carolina series. We had all your coverage, College Baseball Central, College Baseball Insiders, pretty much our personal Twitters, everything. Twitter was revolving around Smitty and Q yesterday. I'm here with Smitty himself. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? A great morning here in Greenville, North Carolina. I am out. Nice little backdrop there in the woods there. I had to find a nice little spot this morning. But, yeah, we had you covered yesterday. What a great time. Great experience. The jungle was a lot of fun. The chicken tender review was fantastic. Great food. Sup Dogs was great. We met some great people. So, yeah, we're going to head over to Durham today and do it all over again.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to share this. I don't know how it's working. This Twitter thing needs to figure it out. I'll tell you that right now. All right, I can't share it. I don't know what I'm doing. We're on a mobile setup. It's a little more difficult than it seems. Why don't we just get into it? Give me your thoughts. And I know we were kind of limited on our college baseball updates yesterday, being on site. Give me your thoughts on the East Carolina game, and then give me a team that maybe you were checking the scores of and you're like, wow, did not see that on the bingo card tonight.
Well, the game yesterday, East Carolina, again, just really struggling scoring runs, and they ran into a really good arm last night. They're going to run into a really good arm this afternoon, too. So, they got to really figure it out. They got to get some guys on base and maybe play some small ball here to try to get some runs today. But North Carolina, again, I have them on my Omaha 8. I think they're very good. They got great starting pitching. They got some really good hitters. Kid from Stony Brook, Paulson, hit a big home run yesterday. They hit a couple solo shots, but really just a solid team. So East Carolina better figure it out fast today, or they're going to go down 0-2 in the series.
Canes Hazard, appreciate you joining. Yeah, it's not good times in Greenville right now. They're sitting at 2-4. It's a team that many thought, including myself, would have had a solid year. I probably would have been 4-2. Maybe your second loss was last night in a tougher game. And I think we're looking at this team completely different. But we're here. And listen, the season is now. There is no, we'll get them next week. You got to get them today. Because if you go down 2-5, you lose the series. What's that do for the mentality? Listen, Cliff Godwin's a hell of a coach. Saw on Twitter yesterday, somebody said, at what point does he face the heat? Listen, the guy, he's a mid-major coach. He's brought this program, from what Keith Clare built to what it is now. It's just tenfold higher. Let's just not be a little overreactive to that. I think that was a crazy take, but there is definitely some concern within a locker room. They need to get back to that small ball. The rumor is they brought in a new hitting coach. There's just not really gelling. That small ball's kind of went away from East Carolina, it seems like. They need to get back to that. Figure out what you're good at, get a couple wins, and then build off from that, all right? All right, I'll give you mine down.
Q, can I jump in real quick?
Mm-hmm.
A little stat I wrote down. In their 2 wins, they scored 12 and 11 runs. And their 4 losses, 3 runs, 1 run, 0 runs.
Got to score often and early. Doesn't matter.
Got to score. That's what's going to happen there. So
listen, this isn't the pros. There's no 3-2 victories typically in college. Metal bats, high school kids. So I don't know. You got to figure something out. But listen, they got like you said, a tough game today. We're going to be up in Durham here as soon as the show ends. So we'll have more coverage. But I'll tell you what, there's 2 teams that I bet yesterday that I thought were sure shots. I thought College of Charleston coming off that big win at Coastal. Listen, they're a good program. They have some talent. And I just didn't see a shellacking that bad, 16-1 to South Alabama. I know our guy Nick is pretty high on South Alabama, but man, that's just something I didn't have on the bingo card last night. And then same for Rutgers, just annihilating Virginia Tech. Brett Renfro, I thought we were getting a steal, and frankly, I know Matt was on it. I think you were on it. I was on it, and a couple other guys respected within the industry. We're on Virginia Tech with Renfro going. I mean, he's a true Friday night ace, and they just got shellacked too. I didn't see that. So, maybe they have a good bounce back there in Blacksburg, but time will tell.
I was on the Virginia Tech game with you, and I was bad. LSU, it took them that game. I had them with Florida State. That was a little tighter with LSU and Indiana. And then the Bats started rolling there and got that. And the other one is Arizona. I mean, what is happening out there? I mean, now what, 0-5, I believe, not scoring runs. I mean, again, the line isn't crazy today. They got to win sometime. So we'll get into that in a second. But Arizona, to me, is a team, you know, I know the closer went down with the season-ending injury, but the Bats, just when are they going to wake up out west?
All right, let's jump into today's games. We've got an interesting line here. Somebody, I know it's kind of tough for you to see, but for the fans, we got VCU and Illinois. All right, let me set the stage. There's already another line down the board here for Illinois, Coastal Carolina. So Illinois has to play a doubleheader. All right, so VCU gets run ruled last night late against Coastal Carolina, and then he gets jostled right into that 11 a.m. game. I'll tell you right now, that's already on the card. Give me Illinois even money. Our site loved it. Our site had them by 3 or 4 runs. I don't know how you feel about that, but listen, when Stifler left VCU, that program took a big dive back to what it used to be before it was him. I just don't see the way to take a run rule and then you sleep it off in about 4 hours, get back to the park and pick up a win. I think Illinois is primed to get this win and then focus on Coastal Carolina. So to me, I'm just going to tell you right now, Illinois even money is on my card.
No, I think you have great thoughts on the game. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So if you want to jump in that one, I think Hugh broke that one down very well for you.
You know, I want to point this out. We'll go back real quick for Friday Canes. So a couple people hit me on Twitter about this, right? Not much of a surprise with Arizona. Tough to go through 3 pitching coaches. The pitching hasn't been the problem. They've been in games. You'd think they went through 3 hitting coaches because they can't get out of the infield. The pitching has not been the problem. Luke Flatta pitched great Thursday night. Kramkowski wasn't terrible last night. He wasn't horrible week 1. They just can't score a single run. That's the problem. Let's get off this pitching coaches changes in 3 over the last 8 months. That has not been the issue here. They've had chances to win these games against very winnable teams. They just can't do it. Oh, listen here, the old wife. Give me a break. We're on site. We're doing the best we can. Pump the brakes. All right, let's get back into these lines. I don't have time for goofiness here. I'll talk to you later, Jess. All right. Couple I have. What is there any games you've already keyed in on today, Smitty?
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple down. I mean, I don't know how you want to do this. I mean, one, again, LSU, I know it's high, but I think it's a great they're playing Notre Dame today. Again,
they're down in that Jacksonville tournament.
Jacksonville, Coach Stifler, great coach. Notre Dame, pretty good program, but the Bats are just on fire. I mean, do it a little earlier so I don't have to sweat it out here, but I think that's a good matchup. My theme today is moneyline parlay. I like a couple of them. I think you can match up, and then some unders. I like some unders. I think some of these lines are high today.
Let me ask you this. Are you going to have a little dabble in that Michigan-Louisville game? Louisville runs. They actually play a tight, they win yesterday. Michigan dropped it 6-1 against Florida State. Is Louisville starting to right the track 2 wins in a row, or too early to tell?
I don't know. I looked at it. I mean, I was on them yesterday. I thought it was a really good spot yesterday for them with their ace on the mound. I might dabble. I don't know. It makes me a little nervous. The Bats do seem like, I know there's no Rose, I don't think, still playing this weekend, but the Bats are waking up the last couple games. The last one against Xavier, they scored a lot of runs, played well yesterday. So that I might look at that. That's a little bit more thinking in the car heading over to Durham if I'm going to jump in on that one.
All right, here's a line we both liked, and I think it's a little heavy priced in my opinion, but Baylor hung extremely tough after getting K'd 17 times against Dax Whitney. Baylor their offense is obviously much better than that. They've been able to score. Now, again, they didn't hit 3 grand slams, so that probably alters the number a little bit. I think they lose 1-0 last night, but Purdue, Big Ten team, Baylor, I got to think Baylor's in a good money line parlay spot. I know it's the heavy price at -315, but if you can get somebody in the minus twos, low twos to mid twos, get that about even money. I don't think that's a bad spot.
Yeah, I had that game down in my leans too. I mean, yeah, minus 315 against Purdue. But I 100% agree with you. I think it's a great matchup spot with somebody in a money line parlay. I think Baylor's going to bounce back today. And like you said, I thought they hung tough yesterday. I think it's a great matchup spot. So look for them in a money line parlay with somebody.
One of the plays, so I already told you I had the Illinois money line even money for the first game. Again, game 1 at 11. I'm going to fade them in the PM game against Coastal. I think Coastal finally started getting their bats together yesterday. They ended up run rolling them. Ty Barango hits that walk-off grand slam. But I do have Kansas State with Baylor. I got that at plus 117. That Kansas State team is looking pretty good. Let me see here. Make sure the line hasn't changed. When I did Baylor, Kansas State, it came out to plus 117. I must have the night game. Sorry. Nebraska. I'm not sold on that Nebraska team. I'm not. Listen, Ty Horn's a good Friday night guy. I just think last week they started a little hot. I got to think they come back down. I think Kansas State is a lot better. I think they have more talent. D. Kennedy, the face of that offense. Oh, listen, Mr. Octagon, rise and shine. Hey, love it. Join the boys. I just think Kansas State is a much better program. Offensively, pitching, Sedante Lewis got shelled a little bit. I think he has a bounce back spot in his second start. I love it. Plus 117. I don't know if you're going to touch that one with me, but.
No, I did not have that one down. Not on my early leans.
Oh, now, I don't like this. Jasser throws gas.
Can you use car salesman in the car? Maybe.
Listen, I'll get anything. We'll figure it out. Jasser throws absolute gas. All right, well, we're going to find out. I'm going to fade him and probably lose. Fade the card, boys. Fade the card. All right, let's kind of move on here. I'll tell you a game right here. This is one that we keyed in on. I played it. I don't know if you have played it yet, but that Wichita State Hawaii under 14.5. Something's fishy about that. The highest score total has been in a Hawaii game is 7-6 the other night. Everything else was like under 12, under 11. I gotta listen. If this is fool's gold and you're just gonna yank it right out for me, got me. Hand up, accountability, because I'm on it. Until you break that 15, I gotta take the 14.5 under. I gotta see it. See it. So I'm on.
Yeah, I'm right with you. I have that one down. I think that's a really high line. I think last night it was only like 6 or 7 runs. Last weekend they were very low scoring games too. And again, maybe, I don't know, if you're watching the show and you live out there and there's some nice winds or something blowing, I don't know, let us know. But I think this is way too high, and I do like the 14, under 14.5.
Here's one more. Oregon State Southern Miss, under 13.5. I know we talked about that. That's obviously in Globe Life. You know, Ethan Kleinschmidt's probably going to go for Oregon State. Now, do I think he's going to have a 16K performance? No. But he's still a stud. He's an ace on anybody else's staff in the country for the most part. Southern Miss, not the most offensive teams. They can manufacture some runs. Oregon State can't.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen that. We saw that through 5-6 games. They can't score runs. So 13.5 seems a little high for the old Millsy here. I think I'm going to be on that one as well.
Yeah, I'm on that one too. I agree with you. Kleinschmidt, very good arm. You know, Southern Miss, a very good, solid baseball team defensively. Pitching staff is very good too. Again, we talked about Oregon State, the offense. I mean, the staff is there. Can they score a lot of runs? I'm not sure if they can. I just don't think they have a lot of great bats in that lineup. So I'm kind of with you on this. I kind of like the under 13.5 in this one.
I misspoke. I think I said this was in Globe Life. It's actually in Round Rock, so it is an outdoor tournament. But I don't think they have any crazy weather happening there that I've seen. So that's my apologies on that. What else are you looking at today? One that I'm looking at, Florida wins 9-3. Their bats are obviously starting to go. They won by 6 last night. Minus 3.5. They're starting to hum offensively, and we haven't seen this for a few years for this team. I mean, they're just putting the ball in play just about every time. They're not striking out. They're hitting gaps. They're hitting home runs. Aiden King should be the Friday night guy. Now, Liam, I gave him bulletin board material with my week 1 thoughts, said he's not a Friday guy, and he goes to the tune of 11K, 12Ks, 1 hit. So, listen, if I got to be the mantra and the bulletin board material as a Gator fan for Florida, so be it. I did my job. But Aiden King, to me, is far and away better than Liam. I think Liam has better stuff, but Aiden is more consistent. That 3.5, I mean, I could see Florida winning another 9-3 game, 7-2 at the, and you still win by a run and a half. I just don't see Kennesaw State being able to hit Aiden King. He's just got gas.
Yeah, this was one I looked at and I said to you, being a Florida fan, the under again might be a play for me here. I just think this is a little high, and with Kane on the mound, if he shuts him down, and you just hope Florida doesn't go crazy with the bats. But like you said, a 7-2 and you're a winner there. I love it. I'm kind of leaning the under in this one.
Under 13.5 would be the play.
I think that's
there.
High.
It is minus 120. So a little steam coming on there. Well, I'll tell you what, here's one more series I think we have to talk about. TCU, UCLA, and then we can kind of dive into anything else. TCU just goes in and absolutely gets mollywopped last night. Rock Chalowski, 2 home runs. I mean, he just sent his first one to the moon for a grand slam on national television. The guy is just a 5-tool player. I think the last time we heard that was Billy Beane in that movie Moneyball, 5-tool player. Let's see if Rock can face the adversity in the pros, but nonetheless, I mean, he's one of the best players in college baseball. Jokes aside, he's going to do just fine as a major leaguer. UCLA's bats have not been the problem. It's been the pitching. It seems like they turned it around last night. Now, is that pitching turned it around with Logan Regeman, or is that TCU is just not that great of a program right now? And maybe the first weekend they started hot and they're kind of coming back down. TCU's bats, I think they scored 1 run last night. It's not there. They didn't look good against UTA in the midweek, and now you just get slaughtered on the road by UCLA, the number 1 team in the country. We have to touch on this. Is there cause for concern for TCU, or can they get back on the right track today with a couple guys and make this game more competitive, if not come out with a win?
Well, I'll tell you, I think the whole Big 12. Like, TCU is the one that you were like all about, and now they're struggling. Then we talked already about Arizona. So, yeah, the Laporte didn't go last night. TCU struggled midweek. I think it's a bad spot again. I think UCLA is going to be in good shape.
All right. Any other lines that have piqued you? I know it's early. I know we just got up. We had a long night.
Yeah. I mean, Grumpy's great place. Grumpy's.
Come in grumpy, leave happy.
Yeah, you got it. But no, I'm going to dabble. I love when I'm at a game. I'm finding something. I'm finding a action at the game. Let's go. Give me action. Give me some satisfaction. North Carolina again. I think it's a bad spot again for East Carolina. I mean, the pitching's going to be there for North Carolina. The bats. Again, I think this is a good matchup piece with somebody else. What's that, Q? Because I'm having trouble seeing the lines.
Minus 238.
What is the over-under in that?
All right, so the line is East Carolina plus 180, UNC minus 238. Over-under is 13 even, or minus 115, but it's an even 13.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the under in this. Going to go to a minor league ballpark, it's
Folger
the first
Boaz.
time I've ever been there. I don't know really how deep the ballpark is or anything like that. I'm going to have to look that up or when I get there. But, again, East Carolina, like I said, 2 games, they've scored a lot of runs. I don't think they're going to hit that today. I think it's going to be another low-scoring game from them. I don't, will the bats wake up? But North Carolina has a really good arm out there, very good bullpen. If you hope they can just not go crazy. I gave it out last night. Luckily, it ended in the 8th inning, and I hit the 10.5 under on that. But I like North Carolina to win the game, match it up with somebody, or maybe even look at the under in that one too today.
All right, I like that. And you said the bullpen, that's a good mention. Jason Carr went complete game yesterday, so they are extremely fresh.
Yeah,
and they have fresh. 2 preseason All-Americans, so that's a dangerous spot for East Carolina. All right, I want to ask you a question. So we're going to venture. Follow the Twitter, both of ours, Smitty Box, Q Millie. If you're in the Insiders Club, we'll post our plays here soon because I know some games, I think first pitch is at 11. I was going to ask you a question.
Hold on. What's the question? Did I buy a Grumpy hoodie last night from the bar? Yes, I did. It's
He
fantastic.
did.
And I'm
He did.
sitting on it right now, so my butt does not get wet on this bench. So thank you, Grumpies. Go ahead.
No, I just listen. We were running the Touch Tunes yesterday. Listen, you buy a koozie, you buy a hoodie, you get access to the radio there at Grumpy's. If you were a baseball player right now,
Yes,
you're coming into the box, first inning, first, second, or third in the order. Give me a walk-up song. Who are you walking out to open the season?
I'll tell you what. We in Grumpy's we were DJing it last night.
We had some bangers.
Oh, I'm an 80s hairband guy. If you give me a little like Motley Crue, Poison, a little Talk Dirty to me. But if you're I'm also, I love the 80s, and I played it at Grumpy's last night, a little Take on Me by and we're rocking and rolling, and I'm gonna go 3 for 4 that game.
I love it. All right. If I had to go, I'm probably going. Yeah, I could do a little Motley Crue, maybe a little Kickstart My Heart. Let's get this place pumped up.
And if I'm a ball player and I'm trying to get the ladies still get me, slow it down a little bit, do maybe a little Careless Whisper or something, so they think I have a very romantic side about myself here. So, but that's where you go, man. Always, fellas, look in the crowd, find those girls, play well.
Listen, we're gonna serenade that pitcher. He's gonna just put one right in the wheelhouse. Hey, if I'll tell you what, I'm excited to go to Durham. I know Kevin Costner was there. I'm going to go see the grounds. Obviously, it's not the same park, but listen, they still have the same cow. All right. We're battling for a steak tonight. Yep. I got to see somebody hit the, oh, Jesus. Octagon's just slaying me right. Listen, that was my first crush, Shania. God bless her. Beautiful woman there. Any man of mine, baby. I'll take it. Don't bash the Canadian there. I'm American, but she's one of the best Canadian products ever produced. Yeah, we got to get a steak here. All right. What do you think? We wrap this up. You got any closing thoughts so we can get on the road to Durham? We got to go up there and just really shred that town.
Yeah, no, just real quick. I wrote down Florida State. I love this team. I think it's a great team. I have them in my Omaha 8. It's I think a good matchup piece with someone. I'm gonna try to figure out these matchup pieces in the car ride. Louisiana Tech is another one. I talked about it all morning with Q coming down here, and then I didn't play it last night, but a good win. And Arizona, sometimes you just got to like punish yourself, and you got to just throw it out there. Do I like pain? I kind of do, I guess. Maybe I'm sick in my head a little bit, but they have to win at some point here. I think today is the day that Arizona gets a win. So I might be rolling the Wildcats today.
Uh-oh. Having a little difficult here. There he is. Sorry, we're trying to figure it out. Let's trying to get back to this. Listen, Hazard, rat, lay it down.
Oh, let me tell you, who just said that?
Hazard.
Thank you. What a Body Talk by Rat is fantastic. And round and round, man. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Great job by him, man, coming in with that this morning, man. Little Body Talk. I go to every wedding and I yell at DJs and just tell them to play Body Talk until they have to tell me to shut up.
All right, guys, we appreciate it. The few that are here this morning. I know Twitter's the live's acting up. They're trying to get it fixed. Who knows when that's going to be? So we'll post this out to people that didn't see it, but pass along. Let them know we did the show. I'll post it here in a second. Any closing thoughts? Anything at all? Last words?
No. I'm excited to get up to Durham or get across to Durham, wherever we're at in North Carolina. And if you're at the game and you see us, please come up and chit chat. We love that. We met, like I said, just wonderful people at East Carolina here. So if you're I'm over Shea Stadium right now. You can hear that in the background. But if you're there today, come up, say hi. We just, we enjoy talking baseball with everybody. So, but no, we're excited. We're going to try to give you great footage in Durham today.
All right. We'll see you guys in Durham. Stay tuned.